2. Set. Background.
And action.
You clean up your old mess. You go to Jake's house. You get that money from Stone. You get that money from Jake. You clean up your own fix. Put the gun down. Put the gun down.
Why does a group of people sit out in a cold field in the middle of the night?
If you want my uncle, I'd punch your stinking teeth out.
Do what you gotta do. So either way.
Promise me!
We're pulling that trigger.
You want to play with us, Charlie?
Say that again.
It's not Charlie. Who's Charlie?
Because I don't think he's really all that afraid.
Right.
These guys might be, but I don't think the sheriff.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm cool with that.
Got the tact.
That's cool. So it goes from what you just did, cut to this. Boom, mic goes down, and as soon as I walk away, that's when Dan should already be to Peebo. So I coming around. Yeah. So let's do that part only. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. Show everyone you did it too. All right, cool. Let's do this. So MJ dies, and I'm watching TV, and I'm watching all the news coverage. And Stone Phillips, the news reporter, was reporting Michael Jackson's death, and I was like, Stone, it's a cool name, you know, it's a manly name. I like that. It'd be cool for a movie character. And then I remember sitting there, and I was like, Stone DeBrock. I was like, Stone DeBrock, that sounds cool. So I named. In that first 5 minutes, I named this script that wasn't even written, you know, this idea, Stone DeBrock. And then I just watched a documentary on Stanley Kubrick like a couple days before, and I was like, Stanley DeBrock. And so I was like, okay, so I have 2 characters already, Stone and Stanley. Okay, they're brothers. What can I do with this?
We worked on a film together, and then we became friends. And somehow he told me that he was writing something and that he was keeping me in mind for a part, which down the road became the role of Diane. A lot of people usually tell you that they're going to write something or do something for you in Hollywood, but Derek actually came through and I ended up playing the role of Diane.
What good memories jumped on that plane and came back with you on your little journey back home?
Like any independent filmmaker, it was a struggle to get here, but not as much as we'd expected. We had to knock on a few doors to find our executive producer. But when the phone call came in, we took a trip to Baton Rouge, one meeting, came away with our budget. Apparently, he liked what he saw, liked the story. It's a very powerful story. Hits close to home for a lot of people.
It's about this guy who comes back and he thinks he's coming back to reclaim his long-lost love, coming home to reclaim his long-lost love, but really he's coming to sort through all these family secrets and all this deep, dark past. I think it's a really good story.
I know you're a good man, a loyal man. I see it in your eyes. But Jake, that's another story.
All these secrets from the past kind of rise to the surface, and as it all unravels, this mystery also comes about, which makes this story unique because it's not just a love story, it's also a thriller. It has a lot of suspense to it.
Families have skeletons. A lot of people try to hide them, and in the end, they usually wind up coming out of the closet one way or another, either by force or by accident. And this story shows a little bit of both.
I'm an actor, so that's what I spend my life looking for, scripts that you have to read a lot of scripts, and so you read a lot of bad ones, you read a lot of okay ones, and you look for these ones that really get your attention.
Yeah. It's like, damn it, boy. That's funny shit.
Need my coat.
Go to your room, boy.
Yeah.
Mind your paw.
You don't understand. This guy is powerful. You'd be outgunned for sure.
I got a phone call last August,
from Derek, and introducing himself and saying he had a project and would I be interested in playing the role of Atticus. And I read the script, I responded to it. I thought it was a really interesting story, well told. And I'd also seen some footage that he had shot, which was done extremely well. They were pretty much Hollywood standards without, and Hollywood quality without being in Hollywood. So I was very intrigued to find out who he was and what he was up to.
You want to tell him, Mr. Hudson?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell him. You can tell him.
Me? Oh, no. I think Mr. Earl Wayne should tell him.
Yeah, Mr. Trick Daddy right here.
I'm Robert Miano in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I'm having a great time. We just finished a scene with some wonderful, wonderful actors. Have a reason, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, full frame.
Oh yeah. It went all the way back.
The crew is great. They're fast and they know what they're doing.
It's been a great learning experience for me, both in front of the camera and behind the camera. I've been able to watch the crew do their thing. It's a small crew, and I really appreciate that. Everybody helps out, everybody knows their job, and everybody does it.
I know future stars when I see them, so I kind of hang around them. You know?
How about that old dog of yours? You still got her?
No, she died.
Oh, shit, Robert Bob. Tell the truth now. You ate that old dog.
I don't like talking about that. That's not a good thing to talk about.
You ate your dog?
Hell yeah, you did. Drunk son of a bitch.
That's what she would have wanted.
We just shot the scene moments ago.
Yeah.
Of you out in the woods in a hole.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
Well, it was really gross, so it made it a little easier to play almost dying. It smelled terrible, but I thought it was it helped me get to where I needed to go with it, and everyone was really, really sweet about it.
Stanley was interesting because, like I said, as an actor, I love to play kind of, neat little characters. So I thought of the balance. Let me play this this hero. Let me play this off the wall character, and they're twins. I look at props or what's around me. What's in my bedroom? What's in my little box that I can open up and play with? Because basically when you're making a movie, you're just playing. What interests me as a kid. So with Stanley, I just grabbed a bunch of things, and I just created this character and the way he dressed and the things that he wore. The headphones, the glasses, etc.
We had to make this film happen on a budget, and that's what we made happen. We needed crew, equipment, locations, all those things that had to be available regionally.
One thing that Derek and I learned in film school together was how to make nothing look like something. If you're missing that one piece of gear and there's no going and renting it, you go out to your truck and you see what you can use instead. You make the best with what you have.
And action.
Action.
What we're doing today is we're shooting around an actor who's not here. So we're shooting all the angles cleverly without showing his corner of the table. We're showing over the shoulder, other people's shoulders and stuff. When our actor does get here, we won't have our other main actor, Pruitt, so then he'll be out. Somebody may wear his shirt, and we'll shoot the reverse angles, and it'll all cut together and look just swell.
And I think more than Jake, Stone, even though he hates your guts, he still loves you.
Yeah, I mean.
Whereas Jake probably.
I mean, you're like looking at a man who's getting everything he deserves, but still.
Yeah. And because I've got the soul,
Which
Jake
might be
doesn't.
the same, because it'll be the
So I'm with you. I think I'm just gonna cut it and give you a look. But yeah, he set the tone, but you and I could be a little quicker. You're trying to get him, get out.
Yeah, it's like, and also when you're irritated, you don't tend to
be very lethargic about it when somebody's pissing you off.
Get the hell out of my house. Jake, I'm sorry, Jake. I'm asking you as a brother. I need your help. I owe someone a shitload of money or a shitload of blow. I've got neither. Will you help me?
And I said get the hell out of my house.
Jake.
What do you need a special invitation, shithead? Move!
All right, yeah, like it. Moving on.
How did you keep the intensity of Mr. Jake over the 4 days, the last 4 days?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's pretty tough. Did you keep that guy in your head?
Yeah. I kept keeping in my mind what actually I was doing, you know, and how I would react in those circumstances, you know, with all that going on, and how a lot of it would shut down after a while because you couldn't be, you know, compassionate and caring and thinking of anybody but yourself. Very self-centered. Oh, I'm sorry, son. I missed your banquet.
That's all right, Dad. You didn't miss much anyway.
What's interesting is that even in a drama, there's a need for visual effects. I mean, it's not a monster movie, it's not a space movie, but we had to add quite a few things to help the story along. Like, for example, in the opening scene with the rain, we added to that rain to make it feel a little bit more heavy than we were actually able to capture on set that day. We changed license plates, we added gun flashes. All these things went into helping craft the story to make it what Derek's vision was.
So we wanted different color schemes, and sometimes we were under time constraints. We had to achieve a few things in post. But that's another fun thing for Derek and I is, you know, as a DP, I got to sit in on color correction, and Derek and I are just buddies hanging out, color correcting a movie. It's awesome.
Hey, can I get a copy of your movie for my wife? You're pretty good in that one.
For the flashback scenes, we wanted something sort of desaturated, but that just seemed sort of generic to me. So we agreed upon this look that's a little bit desaturated, but there's still something there, just for this look where you knew it was a flashback, but it wasn't just, oh, well, now we're going black and white, which is just boring for a flashback for me.
We filmed the ending of the show this morning, and then we called lunch. And as soon as we called lunch, Derek Wayne Johnson's mother said, "Hey, Derek, look outside." And we looked, and there was snow. And so I said, "Lunch, everyone." And we all picked up and grabbed our equipment and ran outside and filmed the ending again so that we'd have the snow. It's just fabulous.
One of the shots that has a lot of production value just happened to be Mother Nature blessing us on that day with this epic shot to end the movie.
A movie, you know, it is a collaboration. And when there's so many hands on a film, it changes things. And it's good because everyone puts something into it, you know, from the production assistants on up to the executive producer. And so you've written it a certain way. Now you're shooting it and things are changing it. And if you're smart enough, you'll allow those changes to come in. You'll listen to other people. You'll adapt because you don't know everything. But when you get on set, magic happens.
Cut it. Beautiful. Excellent job, guys. That's a wrap.
That was
good. Yeah. That's why I'm sitting out here in the middle of this field. Cold in the middle of the night. Because of a good script.